All right, and welcome back to part 2 of my plan with me using the Simply Gilded sticker kit. I just felt like the first video was going to be entirely too long, so I went ahead and separated into part 1 and part 2. So even though in part 1 I talked about how much you probably shouldn't keep putting your washi tape in the same place because it bulks up the pages. Well, here I am doing it again, so because I like what I like. So for this week, I am going to use the matte black headers that are on here. I thought those would go perfectly with the floral. Lesson learned with these stickers, even though they remove very easily if you misplace them. And as you're going to see, I'm going to start off placing them in the center. And then for some reason, when I get to the right side, I placed them way too high, so I fixed it. However, one of the problems that I ran into specifically with this kit, the sticker paper is so soft and it's so buttery, but it takes a minute to dry. So normally when I use my pen, I don't have an issue with the mark on. Like, it dries very quickly on the paper. However, on the previous week when I turned the page to do this page, some of the ink had not dried and it didn't smear, but it transferred. So you can see it on like the other page, and I ain't like that. So just be careful if you do use this kit, just to make sure that the page completely dries before you close your book, or put a piece of paper or tissue paper or something in between it. That way it'll have something to kind of absorb the excess ink while it dries. And make sure you guys stay tuned for my next video. I am going to do a part 1 of my thought process of setting up my 2024 planner. And there I will air out my issues or the things that I could see being an issue with my planner next year. I don't have a problem with it going for the full year, but there are things that once you kind of get into the functionality and the setup of it, I wish they didn't change, but it's okay. I know you can't meet the needs of everybody, and that's completely acceptable. I just will have to make some adjustments. My biggest fear is that I don't want my Wonderland to turn into what my Hobonichi turned into, especially for the week's columns. I don't even look at it anymore, and I don't want that to happen. So I'm going to have to get creative to make sure I utilize the space appropriately. But we'll get into that detail here. I had the need, the urge to use a full box because I realized I haven't used many of the full box stickers, because I used one full box on the previous week and now I'm using this full box. So I'm going to use another one. Just like I said, I want to use the pages. I want to use them. I want to use the stickers as much as possible, in which they're going to have to be in this planner because they just won't work in the or it will be too much work to put them in my 2024 planner with the more narrow columns for the Wonderland. Now that I think about it, there's actually a lot of things that are going on for this particular week. And I kind of like the idea of how it is like in this, if I could freeze it in this particular moment with just the headers, just the kind of outline, and then just to write everything else in. I think that would look and work, function like really well together. So I'm probably ever going to plan a third week using this kit just because of that. And then that'll give me the opportunity to use the floral headers. And then I would have used all 3 headers, and then I can, put the kit, the leftovers up. But you got to use your stuff. It was just too cute not to pass up, and I have to make it work in this planner. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any questions for me, leave them down below. Until next video, you guys take care. Bye.